stop listening to preaching. He says they will accumulate teachers, more church, more podcasts, more conferences, more content, more speakers. The consumption doesn't go down, it goes up. The appetite for spiritual input doesn't disappear. It just gets carefully, quietly, completely curated, not around what is true, around what feels good. That is the itching ear. Not an ear that hates God, an ear that has been trained, slowly, comfortably, one affirming sermon at a time, to only welcome a version of God that never challenges what it already wants to believe. And the result is visible everywhere once you know what you're looking at. Sin, real, specific, named sin, is rarely preached anymore. Not because the Bible stopped addressing it, because naming it makes people uncomfortable, and uncomfortable people leave. And when people leave, giving goes down. And when giving goes down, the lights go off. So the preacher learns. Not consciously, not maliciously, just gradually, which topics empty the room and which ones fill it, which sermons get shared and which ones get complained about, which version of Jesus makes people come back next Sunday, and the message adjusts. Jeremiah 6:14. They dress the wound of my people as though it were not serious. Peace, peace, they say. When there is no peace, that is the itching ear sermon, the one that touches the surface of the wound and calls it healing. That makes you feel better about a problem it never actually addressed. Amos 8:11 tells us the consequence: a famine of hearing the words of the Lord, not a famine of content. There is more Christian content available today than any generation in history. A famine of the actual word. Because what fills the space where the word should be has been so carefully shaped around what people want to hear that the truth no longer has room to land. A church that never makes anyone uncomfortable may have stopped preaching the gospel. Paul told Timothy, preach anyway. He knew most wouldn't. He said it anyway. Of everything Paul wrote in this letter, this may be the line that belongs most completely to right now. 2 Timothy 3:7, always learning and never able to come to a knowledge of the truth, always learning, never arriving. Consider what this generation of Christians has access to. Bible apps carrying every translation ever printed. Thousands of sermon podcasts available on demand, verse-by-verse commentary on every chapter of Scripture. Free, searchable, available in seconds. Theology channels, online courses, Christian bestsellers, Bible studies for every demographic, every season, every specific struggle a person could name. Knowledge about God has never been more accessible in the history of the world, and yet, the divorce rate inside the church mirrors the culture around it. Biblical literacy is at historic lows, even among regular churchgoers. Christians are as anxious, as bitter, as unforgiving, as materialistic as the generation before them. We have more information about God than any generation in church history, and we are not more transformed. That is not a coincidence. That is Paul's warning. Alive and functioning. In the most information-saturated Christian culture,